Yep.
What's going on, you narbipolebagistic necrophiliac narking nugs? Welcome to Grunt Speak.
Live from the lair!
I'm Toxic Male, that's Fat Punisher. What's going on?
It is live.
It is very much live. Oh, he's drinking right out of the bottle. We must be taking things very serious tonight. Pretty good? Is that the Sailor Jerry?
Sailor Jerry.
Oh, so you're drinking straight out of the bottle for Cup My Nuts.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, cup your nuts or you cup your balls, whatever it was called.
Yeah, rum is cup your balls.
Cup your balls.
Yeah. Vodka is like show me your tits. Tequila is,
Stick your dick in a fat chicken, fuck the police. Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah, and then all three of those shots added together, put into a Long Island, equates to who are you and where's my car?
There's always that. Oh, man. But I hope you guys like the new layout that we got going on here. I decided today, got a little bug up my butt, so I decided to do some re-graphic design here. And we have one of your favorite guests right here on the show to go along with tonight's live pop culture. Hammerhand, how you doing, Evil Santa?
Oh, I'm pretty good, man. How are y'all doing? Just sitting here chilling out, you know.
Yeah, pretty good. I really should just put Evil Santa right there on the screen.
It could be evil. It could be dirty.
It
could be Homo sapien. I almost got you there.
Homo sapien. Yes.
Homo sapien Santa. Yeah.
Yeah. You could be a protected class if only you were a Homo sapien.
Sapien. Yeah. There you go. Well, everybody knows that men ain't human. So.
No, that's right.
No.
We're not worthy of respect. We're not.
Yeah, testosterone is a toxin that we need to get out of our system and move on and evolve in the universe, says the director of some of the most testosterone-riddled movies in history.
Yes.
Good
James
old
Cameron,
Jim
fuck you.
Yeah.
Very
Good
much.
old Jim Cameron.
That dude's a piece of shit when it comes to his ideals.
I got nothing for you on that.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
When I heard that he said that, I'm like, this can't be real. This has got to be like a Babylon Bee article. You mother... No, okay. All right. We've lost James Cameron officially.
Yeah.
No guns. Testosterone is evil. Don't mind the fact that I made billions off of guns and testosterone.
Yeah, no, don't mind. Yeah. Look over here, not here. Look here, not here.
Exactamundo.
Verbal prestidigitation.
It sounds so complicated.
Yeah, are you guys up to speed on the whole Crowder thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh-wee.
And didn't he use a Talkboy pen to record these jagoffs?
I don't...
I used to have a Talkboy, the thing from Home Alone 2, which didn't exist. And then after it became a big hit in the movie, they were like, oh, great, now we got to make one of these things. Mm-hmm. And it looks nothing like the one in the movie because the one in the movie looked like it fit his hand like a glove. But the one that you actually bought in stores was like a freaking transformer folded up, and it's just like...
But what I've been able to glean from what Crowder said today, he played a lot of the recordings.
Yes.
With what was going on, and I'm sorry. I mean, Daily Wire is organized basically more of the same.
Yeah.
All of the big tech corporate media stuff, Daily Wire's doing all that.
Oh yeah.
And they wanted Crowder to step in and follow suit, and he's in it. He's in the game like I am. I'm in this game for the country and to save lives.
Amen.
All right, and he said he wasn't doing it for the money either.
Yeah, well, and if, for those of you who don't know, the Daily Wire is owned by the Koch brothers, so they're not exactly the kind of people who have your best interest in mind.
That's not a Shapiro-owned entity?
Well, to my knowledge, unless Shapiro bought it off of them, no.
I don't know.
No fucking way, man.
Yeah.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, it's one of those things they love. Well, I'm sure they have it owned through various subsidiaries, but yeah, I heard about this years ago that the Koch brothers own the Daily Wire.
Okay.
Hell, man, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, if we have anyone in the audience that knows, definitely, if the Koch brothers do own Daily Wire, let us know in the comments. Send us links and stuff so we can confirm it.
Somebody in the chat said Crowder would do it if he was getting paid more. No, I don't think so, actually, because he turned down a $50 million contract.
Yes, he did.
Okay, the only other person that I know of to turn that down was Dave Chappelle. So,
well, you definitely know what side of things you're on. You have a pretty good interpretation of where people are standing when they thumb their nose at 50 large.
Damn right.
So,
What,
yeah.
50 large.
Yeah. Wouldn't 50 large be 50 grand?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but 50
It looks like 50
large.
extra large.
50 mega large, yeah.
50 Tess Holiday.
Yeah, 50 large. That's 5 weekends at the Bunny Ranch.
That's a lot.
The girlfriend
At the Bunny
experience.
Ranch.
Yeah, it goes fast, don't it?
That
You
does.
get every bunny at the ranch for that much. Every weekend.
It's all right. Keep the
Typically,
fucking rabbits.
it's like 5 G's for Friday night, Saturday, Sunday girlfriend experience at the Bunny Ranch. How do I know that? I have no
He
idea.
totally doesn't speak from experience.
I've never had $5,000 to throw around like that. I don't think I would. But I know people who have played around in
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Vegas doing stuff.
Hey, you know people who have played around in
course.
Tijuana, Mexico
Oh, yeah.
with animals.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
all kinds of Thailand stories and Red Light District.
chicken in a basket in Thailand. Yeah.
No, I mean the basket fuck that.
Yeah, I hear that the
Yeah.
women in Thailand are very, very feminine.
One of them just won,
Not the ones that own, competitions.
That's why it was so fascinating when he said, we men.
We men.
We men.
Yeah. We men. We are in peak bizarre.
Yeah, I know.
world.
Like, you have this person standing in front of you with, like, bodacious fake tatas and, hey, dude,
Ugh.
hey, we're going to take this back for the women. Yeah, it totally makes sense. It'd be like if Barry White walked up to you with a weave going like, yeah, how you doing? My
You see
name
them
is
guys on
Marla.
TikTok all the time, right? I mean, full Santa Claus beard, right? You got shadows up here, but they got this big streak of lipstick. Don't judge me.
Don't
what
judge me.
What did you just say? Turn that camera off.
Wow.
If you don't let me bang you, you're a bigot.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm working on
God.
one of those
Stick it
right now,
straight up the
man.
Hershey Highway, bad Santa.
God.
Yeah,
Prove to me that you're not a homophobe, a transphobe. Get in this anus, boy.
Can you help me
No.
dilate my totally biological vagina?
it's an istophobe idiot, man.
I left my dilator at the airport. We're going to have to use bananas.
Oh, man.
Listen,
Oh,
Joe G's like, keep drinking, Blake. I honestly haven't had anything to drink yet. So it's
Listen,
like, this is empty.
if all these people who have gotten these drugs to, basically suspend puberty, and they got the surgery, as soon as our economy crashes and all that goes away, those people are going to die.
Yeah.
yeah, they are.
Or they might just revert back as much as their body will allow them, allowing for things like cancer. Like, the thing is, once the women start taking the testosterone, and they permanently sound like a teenage boy that's caught in like phase two.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
And so, like, as a woman walked up to you, biological woman, some of them might actually be quite attractive, but then they open their mouth, and it's like, oh God, junior high flashback.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Venture Brothers kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the bathroom because my grandma's on fire, and I'll be back. In a minute.
Oh, man, I haven't said it yet. Big ups to that chat, man. Big ups to them wrenches. I saw Jeffrey Paul in there. What's up, man?
Oh, hell yeah. Jeffrey Paul is the man. We got Reaper01 in there, Crusader Nate. You guys, without you, wouldn't be as much fun around here.
Well, and
No, it
we
wouldn't.
can't watch everything. There's only
No.
2 of us, so.
Yeah,
True
I mean,
and
I
true.
try to keep an eye on things as much as I can, but hey,
Oh, and I started uploading some of our newer stuff to Gab TV.
Sweet.
Oh, Gab's got a TV thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gab TV.
Nice.
we
Man. I
lost
might have
our-
to check that out.
Well, I mean, I upload to 8 or 11 platforms. One of them just went under, and I think it was BitTube TV.
Is
Oh,
BitTube
yeah.
gone?
Yeah,
Wow.
BitTube TV or BitTube.video. I mean, yesterday they were offline.
Wow.
So I paid the $90 for 1 year at Gab Pro, and there you go.
There we go. Well, Gab Pro is where you heard a lot about this when it happened. Actually, you heard a lot about this everywhere. But now there's finally some news to report on it. Alec Baldwin just got charged with involuntary manslaughter, and people are looking at this as some sort of a
No.
victory for law and order.
It should have been negligent homicide.
Because no one's above the law. Sure.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, the thing is, I've had a couple guys in law enforcement who, and that they heard through the grapevine some of the shit he's been saying.
Oh, really?
It's not his fault. He didn't know there was a bullet in the gun. It's not his job. I'm sorry. The minute you pick up a gun, your first thing to do is clear it of fucking bullets to make sure it's safe. If you don't do that, you never point the gun at somebody because you assume it's fucking loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, what happened with Hollywood after Brandon Lee was killed on set? It was the same scurrying around looking for answers, trying to figure out who to blame, and they had that shit under control for a long time.
With that death, there was actually basically a flash suppressor in the barrel, and they fired it, and a piece of the flash suppressor came out, hit him, and killed him.
Yeah, it popped him in the stomach, right?
It does. There's all kinds of stuff in there that kill you pretty quick. I mean, that's why we put 18 layers of Kevlar over our internal organs, so they don't get ventilated. Your blood pressure goes to 0, and before you know it, you're in the worm pile, getting sized up for your next fucking snot canoe to ride back here. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jail.
It is what it is.
I'm looking at this. We got sent something here by Edwin Sparks, so I could be incorrect about the Koch brothers thing, or at least it may have changed. It looks like things have been. It looks like incorporation data on here. This is from over 2 years ago. So, but how I was hearing about this was long before then. It does list Ben Shapiro, Caleb Robinson, some company called Capital Corporate Services Inc., and Jeremy Boring as owners, or directors/officers of Bent Key Ventures LLC, which allegedly owned Daily Wire.
Yep.
So.
It doesn't mean that cash is not being funneled to them from X, Y, or Z.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because I'm sure the young turds don't officially have, caliphates on their owner list, but we know what's going on there.
I mean, it's getting to the point where we're just going to have to divvy up to two different sides: the libtards and the conservative, like normal, logical thinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the libtards are going to crash their side because, I mean, look at how they run California. It's, I mean, I don't even know how many billions it is in the hole.
Could you even call it running California?
In New York, it's the same way.
What is going on out there? And these, like these two places, New York and California, demand to be like seen as the example for how to lead the country. Do you think we're blind?
Yeah, they want to think that.
Or my personal favorite was, during the Kung Flu, the EAU, people were trying to refer us to the totally free, fair, and not tyrannical leadership of places like New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
And,
she's gone.
And she just quit. No one really knows why. So. Couldn't have anything to do with her polls.
It could be that one, her polls are shit. 2, she's incompetent. 3, she's corrupt.
Yeah.
And 4, everyone hates her goddamn guts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Her poll numbers have tanked.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you basically strangle off your country.
Well, I mean, what we're seeing here.
I mean, look at this. This isn't saying like, COVID lockdowns must end. It's saying government must go in the streets.
Yes. What we're seeing is you're seeing those people in the middle. They're waking up, and they're moving towards the right. I mean, they had that gun ban in Illinois. Did you know 85% of the counties in Illinois refuse to enforce that?
It's because it's unconstitutional.
It's straight up unconstitutional.
They know that it's going to get
Pritzker said if you didn't enforce it, he was going to have to talk with you.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
And here's another thing: is we need to start holding our leaders accountable for passing unconstitutional shit.
Yeah, I mean the states have more latitude and stuff like this, but when it's a blatant Second Amendment violation, the Constitution supersedes their authority. So.
I mean, it's happening here in the United States. I mean, Hollywood lost 60% of their value in 2022 and 2021, and they're not really pulling out of it. Disney is feeling the crunch because. Literally, they're starting to feel the effect of the families with kids, the people who believe in Jesus or who are anti-grooming, not going there on vacation. And I literally hope we can motivate this country to man-cot every company on that list that donated money to BLM and, this transphobia craziness that we have going on.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I mean, literally,
Yes, sir.
we're going to have to get draconian and just
Yes, sir.
get these people.
Look, I've said that this is what it's going to be from the get-go.
Yeah.
There is no way to vote yourself out of this.
No.
You cannot vote yourself out of this. The
Not
course
anymore.
correction for this is 50 years ago. And we're well past that.
Yeah.
You don't seriously think that the population, the entire species of female, is going to give their entitlements up willingly, do you?
No.
No.
It's total. And listen, every time they refuse to vote on bills that will have mandatory DNA testing, they've heard all the horror stories about men paying for kids that aren't theirs. They don't do shit about it. Listen, they literally, it sounds cliche, but we're turning into men versus women.
Yep.
It's been that for a long time.
I know, but it's
you
so
already know
obvious
that.
now.
Well, yeah, I think so, man. But even way back when, I tell this story every once in a while. I was about 9 or 10 years old, and a car crashed into a building that was out in front of our park where we lived. And this fellow was just talking randomly. And I overheard him say, it doesn't matter what men think anymore. All the marketing is directed at women. That was 1979 or 80.
Yeah, it's
He's not
absolutely
wrong.
correct. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. And I had no idea what that meant, but I keep thinking on that. And I'm like, they saw it then.
Because even in
So-
complete family units, the women usually stay home. They're the ones watching the television programs. That's where all the advertising is directed. And they're responsible for like 85% of spending.
Yep.
It's a huge amount.
I mean, back in the
Trillions.
day, the dude would put the money in the bank, and the wife was at home and handling all the stuff. She did all the purchasing, that was her lane.
Yep. We got Sean St. George sent over another article here about Daily Wire ownership. It does seem to back up what the first one said here, and apparently with some investment by Wilkes,
I have no idea.
wherever those are. Maybe that's where the Koch brothers thing comes from or whatever. I mean, I got it on a good source. I just, it's been
Just
so long
making
since I
sure.
heard it.
I mean, look, we want to be sure with anything that we say, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, there you
So
go.
we always appreciate it.
Thank
Like
you, Chad.
I'm always the first one to admit when I'm wrong or
Yeah.
whatever. Could the initial source have been wrong? Absolutely. I don't know. It's been years.
Listen, we don't get everything right.
No.
Listen, I'm not like this isn't a news thing. I mean, I do get my hands on some information before the rest of the media, but I have a very, very small footprint. I mean, at best, I'll get like 2,000 people watching this at one go.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Normally, we cap around 1,800. If we can, market the live stream a day ahead of time, we can get up to like 2,500 ish.
Yeah, we need to talk to Rumble about that then, because I can't even schedule a live stream on Rumble until it's the day of.
Yeah, I mean,
No shit.
What we could do is put a link in the ad to the link tree, and they'll say, and then in the ad we put up, the Rumble link will be available the day of the show.
Linktree is where it's at,
And
man.
they just go to the link tree and they do what they got to do.
Yep. But if you didn't hear about this, we just got a couple of small little news stories here before we get into the main event. It might be time to think about deleting your face twat and Insta twat.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow. So Meta's oversight board says the company's nudity policy is bad because it makes a distinction between male and female bodies. Now,
Oh my God.
as it says on the screen, all sources are available on redonkulous.com. You can go through and take a look at this yourself. But what it boils down to is that now, teenagers, children who may have access to just mommy's Facebook on her phone may be subjected to transformer tits, nipples, and what have you, because the nudity policy isn't good and we can't discriminate against the non-binary fluid folk.
Now,
I saw
listen,
that.
they make up 1/4 of 1% of the gross population of this country, and we are alienating and tearing ourselves apart to give these individuals above and beyond treatment.
Yep.
Now, listen, everyone's entitled to what the Constitution enshrines. Anything above that is tyranny.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no way I should be forced to entertain someone else's mental delusion.
No.
I am not going to relearn the English language. 1, because I have dyslexia. 2, I'm lazy. 3, I don't produce enough give a fucks to actually go to that level.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't do it, and it is what it is.
I just don't understand when this became a problem. You know, you can look at someone
Yeah.
and decide whether or not they are male or female. Usually.
Well, it's not up to you, Blake. Come on.
Apparently,
now.
it's not. Now, even though we've been making these sort of instantaneous snap judgments as a species for millions of years,
Yes.
now all of a sudden, you know, quick assessments of sex and gender are problematic. And, you know, we need to have human moderators to decide that for the rest of us.
Yeah, and you know what? We are in this boat with this whole gender confusion bullshit because we're now 3 generations away from the destruction of the nuclear family.
Yep.
And it's not going to get any better.
No, it's
gotten
not going to
worse.
get any better.
Yeah.
Guys, this is just what it is with these folks. Once you give anybody, they're not just standing outside of the norm of what civility and civilization is, they stand in opposition to it.
Yep.
So
they're
being given a platform, and it's not that they had the strength to push their way in. It's that somebody saw that it was an incredible divisive wedge issue to use,
Yep.
and these people are being used.
Of course they
terribly.
are.
Oh, and on top of that, on top of it being an incredibly useful and political divisive issue, it's also now extraordinarily profitable. That's why we're seeing gender clinics for children pop up all over this country. I mean, the amount of these procedures has increased by an order of magnitude. We're talking thousands of % from 20 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, well, man, not even 20 years ago. I did. When did I do the MGTOW movie? It was 2019, 2018, right around there, and then it was up 400%. From that point to now, it has to be thousands of percent.
That's bad.
That's extremely bad.
Yeah,
These
it's real
people
bad.
are mutilating and abusing their children because they want to be seen as tolerant and progressive. But really, what they're tolerant of is their own views.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
D-
I mean, if
give them
somebody
a
told you
dissenting
that this
opinion.
was the United States, right?
Yeah.
They said that this is the United States. Doesn't it look an awful lot like 1937 somewhere?
A little
does.
bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks an awful lot like it.
I've been
but
making
people
those
refuse to
comparisons.
believe it.
I've been making
know?
those comparisons for about 7 years now.
Night of the
And for
Brown
the
Shirts.
folks out there, for the ethno-nats and the well, we'll just say ethno-nats that are out there that think that I'm going in on a certain somebody, I'm not. I'm just saying that the comparison is there, and we're 1,000 times worse than they ever were.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty damn bad.
Moving towards 40 trillion upside down in this supposed monetary system.
Yep.
It's absolutely unsustainable. It's not going to happen.
It is, and it's going to end up in a big, huge two-way rifle range.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is even worse than it was in 1937 over there, because now, instead of just basically a few recruited diehards to a cause, you've got a pretty decent chunk of the general population going along with this shit.
Well,
And
how many?
we've been so indoctrinated and brainwashed, and we're not taught anything real in public education anymore.
Nope.
So people
Sure.
have no idea how the monetary system, how government, civics, any of it works. It makes it a hell of a lot easier to slip all this under the radar when people don't even know what the hell they're looking for.
Yep. Absolutely correct.
When was your last landslide election? It wasn't. People were going to say, "Well, it was Trump and Clinton." That's not
That
the
wasn't
case
the
at all.
landslide, no.
It was a long time ago. Reagan in 1980.
Yeah,
right?
I'd say
Since then-
1984. His
Yeah.
reelection. bid was just
84
huge.
was big. 80 against Carter. Well,
Nixon,
84 was bigger than that, but you know,
Nixon was elected by a pretty big landslide.
Yeah,
you
Carter.
think
was a
about the
piece
way
of
that
shit.
these auctions essentially have gone. They're not elections; they're auctions.
Yeah.
Since then, it's 50% versus 50, and that's the way that it has been. And the only thing that tips it one way or the other, if you still believe that the vote works, is some type of social issue.
Yep.
That's
or
it.
gerrymandering in the case of Michigan in just this last midterm.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Correct.
It's like, well, we know that we can't win because the majority of the state is red. So what we'll do is we'll redistrict things to be fair and inclusive.
Yep. But you've heard about in Oregon, I believe it's like half the state.
They want to secede to Idaho. Yeah.
They've put legislation forward to try to make it happen.
Yeah,
they
they've got
to
it.
leave Oregon and go to Idaho.
It's like a 3-phase plan. I saw it all laid out.
That's amazing.
You are royally fucking up by the numbers if people in your own state no longer want to be a member of your state.
Yeah.
Look, man, it is only a matter of time. It could be the most benign, innocuous thing that happens that kicks it all off, but it's only a matter of time.
It really is. Ugh.
I hope that doesn't happen. And if it does, I hope I can get out of the way because I'm old and I'm not playing in that anymore. I'm too old for that shit.
Speaking of useful idiot puppets, Greta Thunberg decided that her star was falling a little too fast. So she staged an arrest at a coal mine in Germany.
Sort of like AOC, right?
Yeah, her first arrest, but then the videos came out, and it's clearly a fucking photo op. Look at this.
Yeah,
they're laughing and joking with her.
Well, remember when AOC was supposedly being arrested at that demonstration, and she put her hands behind her back, trying to front like she had been cuffed? Nobody arrested her; they were just walking her away from that scene.
Oh yeah, she put her, and then she's like, "Oh hi, oh shit."
Yeah. Put your fucking hand back. Put your hand back down. What's the matter with you?
You dumb bitch.
And this whole Greta Thunberg. I mean, what the hell with that woman?
I don't know. I mean,
she's done nothing.
No,
she's 18.
She's not the face of the climate crisis. She's the face of fetal alcohol syndrome. I mean, look at this.
Well, that's the point, though, isn't it? She's 18. She's talking. She's not talking to you. She's not talking to me. She's talking to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And look at what they are.
Bunch of assholes.
Well, I mean,
Holy shit.
Germany basically bulldozed 2 towns to expand for a coal mine.
Yeah. And what's it? The Netherlands now? They're trying to confiscate something like 30 farms.
I don't know
because they want to be in line with the new climate agenda. Like, come on, we know what's really going on.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's land seizure is what it is.
Yeah,
and
it's land seizure.
These idiots, they went and they shut down all of their coal processing facilities and their nuke facilities to go to this electric green crap. And they had a 70% reliance on gas from Russia.
Yep.
Trump was talking about that shit in 2016.
Yeah, they laughed
and everybody was laughing at him.
When he told them, they were like, "Ha ha ha, you're an idiot."
Yeah, they laughed at him.
Yep.
And then where the fuck are you now?
Exactly.
Yep.
Failure. Wow. We'll read a few chats here, and then we're going to take just a quick break so we can reposition the camera for the pop culture, and we're all going to chime in on this. And ladies and germs, I want you to know, the reason why we're doing this live is because we want your input. Yeah. We want to know what you think is missing from this list. There are 15 points. Who knows? By the end of the night, we could be up to 30.
Yeah. Now, listen. Today, with the feminists that are out there and the divorce rates and how just egregious men are ripped apart in divorce court to the point they're made homeless and they kill themselves. Mm-hmm. You need to be able to identify these women using other probing questions or circumstances to find out who's the feminist so you could cut them out of your life.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've been going out with this woman for a year and a half, and she starts letting her feminist shit fucking slide out. You need to just pull out your knife, cut away, pull your reserve, and just get the hell out of there. Because it's not going to take you anywhere good. And I'm sick and tired of burying motherfuckers who kill themselves. I'm tired of it.
You're damn right. Yeah. And this will help the younger men, but I think it'll help the guys who are like around 30 even more. Because, Gen Z, these feminists are just letting their freak flag fly.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care if anybody sees the blue hair and the multiple piercings, what have you. It's the women who have suddenly realized that the men who are attracted to that are shit providers, and suddenly
And they're
they
weak.
want to fold it all in. They want to try to rediscover their femininity with a dick stacking test from here to Mars, and
Yeah.
they want to fool you. They want to wear the red pill camouflage to make you think that they're actually a catch.
Hey, I know a few of those bitches.
So do I.
I know, and the thing is, I've seen lots of these women when they turn 35 and on, they flip their script. Because they go to church, they
Yep.
try to act all right with the world,
Yeah.
and it's just nothing but a huge camouflage screen.
Yep. But
They-
most of the time, they don't think about the fact that we're logical. They believe, because they project what they're attracted to onto men, that we're the same.
Well, no,
Because they've been brainwashed into thinking men and women are physically and mentally equal.
Well, I can't think of anyone else in the red pill MGTOW men's rights community that's actually educating the young men what to look out for, because quite literally, you step on the wrong mine, you're going to die or at least lose a leg.
Yeah.
And and there's so many mines out there now.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to walk across a small open area
Yeah.
without train wrecking your life.
And if you're young and dick thinking, it's harder to spot these things. But once you have the knowledge, you can't turn that off. And you start to pick up on things that they're not even trying to put out there. That's what we're here for,
All day long.
all day long. Do a couple of chats here. Alpha Dog Elite says, smash the like button. Thank you very much. Terry M with a donation says, y'all are awesome. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Count Chad the Impaler
All
for
right.
what he's impaling. I have the wallet, so I make the rules. Rule number 1 is I'm number 1. Rule number 2 is no marriage. Both girlfriends I had in 2017 at the same time, both named Rebecca, one blonde, the other Vietnamese, adhered to the rules, so I kept one.
All right.
I found a Vietnamese chick named Rebecca? That just sounds so weird.
Oh shit, that's weird.
Is she a woman or a weeman?
Nah,
I'm just curious.
I knew a
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. I knew a Vietnamese chick called Elaine.
Elaine.
Elena, Elaine. Something.
What about Eileen? Because you know what you're supposed to do with Eileen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We got
A
it.
whole song about it. Gary Holder with a donation, no comment. Thank you very much. Bone Dust Crew. I'm on Team Crowder with this, but the Daily Wire is still one of our best weapons against Hollywood to beat Disney and pull the culture to the right.
No, listen.
No,
I'm just
I don't know
telling
about
you.
that.
I'm just telling you that Daily Wire is more of the same.
It's
And-
yeah.
And listen,
Yeah.
it's going to come out. It's going to come out, all of the bullshit, because you can't
It will.
hide the numbers.
Yeah. The thing is, if they keep proceeding down this level, they will become just like Fox News, controlled opposition, and that's not why people started to tune in.
That's right.
And then you wind up with problems.
That's right.
Fan I Am is sending some clips. We're going to be watching those on New Tech. Thank you very much. Shinobi Rising. I just saw a pop-up ad for a new site deliberately and exclusively for hookups called Pure. Talk about an oxymoron.
No shit.
Maybe it's for pure blood.
Maybe
We should look into that first.
it might be.
I was just
Right.
saying. No experimental jabs here. Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy sent you an email, Blake. Probably not good on YouTube. Hammer, no eggs, no strags.
There you go, man. Get it. Get it.
Humbly rise. We're living in the final four of the great work of the controllers. Stay alert, 360 degrees.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yes,
Dark
sir.
Pegasus 87 sent an email to the inbox. I'm going to give it a quick look here.
Ooh.
Make sure that I'm looking at the right one here. I want to say this is Dark Pegasus right here. Make sure that you put your screen name in the subject so that I know who you are, because if I don't know who you are, it makes it kind of difficult. Just letting you know. So if Dark Pegasus, if you could resend that email and put your username in there so that I know it's you, that'd be great. Fan I Am with 2 more memes and 3 clips. Last clip is X-Men nostalgia for Hammerhand. Hey, I like X-Men too. We'll get to those
You
on
gonna
New
have
Tech. Ben Xavier, tell folks to use Cash App. Okay, use Cash App. If you don't have it yourself, Click on the link tree in the Meat Gazer box. It'll take you right to it. Todd Smith with a donation. No comment. Thank you very much. K-Note, hashtag end the alphabet agencies. They all need to go.
They need to be consolidated.
Yep.
And they literally, the top 3 ranks need to just get retired or fired.
It's a drain on taxpayer money, and it's basically legalized money laundering at this point. That's really all it is.
Well, I mean, the top 3 levels in all of the alphabet agencies are all been appointed political individuals. They have no loyalty, in my opinion, to this country.
Obviously not.
And the United States citizen.
So they actively spied on a sitting president because they were afraid he was going to break their toys.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break.
Listen.
Oh, there he goes.
Shit's going to have to go down, man.
Yeah, it's going to have to go down.
I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. That's one of my malfunctions with my brain injury. Is
Malfunction, need input.
I don't have the filters to stop myself.
Yeah.
So.
Filters are for coffee and microphones, and pop filters don't work on pop. I tried. Yeah. Todd Smith, I lost over $100K in 2016 in a divorce. Todd, send us your story. Your story can help other dudes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Damn, $100K. My email can't be named in chat. Yes, I know that, but could you resend the email with your screen name in the subject so that I know it's from you? That's all I'm asking. That way I'm not mixing it up because we get dozens of emails while we're on the air.
Yes,
so it's difficult to sort out who is who unless I know who it's coming from. So if you can resend it with Dark Pegasus in there, boom, got it right here. All right, yeah, I can. That is who I thought it was. Let's use transformerism to remove all the transphobic feminist laws that favor women. They suppose gender is not a social construct. If it is a social construct, it's a product of free speech. As such, the laws are persecuting free speech. You can destroy those laws with those rules. Once feminism is gone, transgenderism follows as a weakness built upon that foundation. Fight smarter, not harder.
I'm all about fighting smarter.
What is the natural order here as far as transgenderism is concerned? Why is it happening? Is it just an institutionalized push for this because they recognize that there could be an emerging third sex? I doubt that.
No.
I don't think that it's that at all.
I think it's part of the great culling.
Well,
honestly.
I think that has something to do with it, but I really believe that if you have millions of men standing around becoming macho, loaded with masculinity and testosterone, you're going to have big fucking problems.
Yes. But
you're
it's
going to have
also
big problems, and none of those men can get laid.
Well, that's
they
a 2
can't
for 1
buy a
special.
house, they can't buy a car, they can't buy land.
Yep.
So what do? You put immense social pressure on them as children, and you flip them in their minds, and that's what they're doing.
Well, yeah, they're teaching these young children that if you are born white and male, you're toxic. You are innately evil.
You're
are culpable.
a bad person.
Yes.
And nobody wants to be bad, right? So they want to be good. So how do you become good? You become a girl.
Yeah, we give you a new selection of positive identities to choose from. But they all require you to become a perma-patient to Big Pharma, but you get to be part of the oppressed class, which means that you get to blame everybody for everything, but you'll be infertile and you're paying into the system while you do it.
I mean, listen.
Well, think about why speech is such a large factor in this, right?
Yeah.
Speech is a large factor in this because of if you start telling these people that this is incorrect and wrong, you create doubt and hesitancy. Right? If the sheep and the cattle knew what was waiting for them inside that lockup, would they go?
Probably not.
No.
But you also got to understand, though, is when you read the Communist Manifesto, it's all about isolating groups so you can work your way in and grab power.
Yeah.
And you get those groups
Solinsky was
fighting with
brilliant,
each
but
other.
evil.
Yeah, and then once the people who get into power who wanted it, the useful idiots that caused all the problems, get rounded up, put in a pit, and sent to the next level.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Soylent grin, homie.
Yep, one last one here, and then we're going to take a little piss break to recenter the camera and get ready for the pop culture. Gavin McKibben, I'm bored and kind of drunk listening to this. Favorite whiskey?
Well, let's see. There's Iron Fish.
Hey, right here, Texas bourbon
That's
right
pretty
there.
good.
Boom.
I don't have any more of the Jameson Cold Brew or Jameson Orange. That Jameson Orange is so bad. I mean, it tastes so good. It's bad. Like I literally go through half a bottle. Just this is good, yeah. And then before I know it, I can't walk.
That's why he had to. That's why he had to swap out his girlfriends.
Yeah, that's
fucked
bad.
up.
That's bad.
That's good times. Well, we're going to take a little break here, get the camera reset for pop culture. I hope you guys are ready for this. It's The Hidden Feminist, and we'll be back in 2.
You're a disease, and I'm the cure.
What's up?
All right.
We're back.
All right.
I don't know if you're even out. You're not even on the screen right there. So we're going to just do it like this, and I can pop Hammerhand here in and out. Here, see, take a look at that. It's all good.
All right.
All right. So we got to take that down.
Well, hang on.
Right?
Hammerhand.
He's not there.
He's not on?
I think he went to go drain the main vein.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, The Hidden Feminist.
All right. Like I said before, these women are really good at hiding their true intentions from you.
Yes.
Because you've all heard the saying starter husband.
Oh, yeah. He'll make a great first husband.
Yeah, and that basically means they just want you to have a kid with and be a financial slave for 18 to 21 years.
Sounds about right.
All right. And the days of the 1970s, early 80s, where these ladies were getting divorced and then turning around in 2 to 4 years and getting remarried are coming to an end.
Yep.
All right. It's my mission to make sure the marriage rates go to zero. I save as many guys as I can from getting, caught in these traps because quite literally they're fatal.
Yeah.
Fatal.
You mean I don't get to be a starter husband?
Yeah. So, I mean, Hammerhand, in your experience, what are some of the things you would ask a lady to try to determine if she was a feminist?
Do you believe in the right to vote?
Okay.
Straight up. If you believe in the right to vote for women, you're a feminist. Everything else is secondary.
Okay.
So
right. I didn't even think of that one. All right.
I didn't either.
Anything else?
Have you ever read the Scum Manifesto? Do you know who Andrea Dworkin is?
Manifesto.
Do you believe in child support? Do you understand what male enslavement is? Do you think women have it harder than men? All of these things, man.
Yeah,
all
you're
of
absolutely correct.
And there's 100 more things that you could ask.
I know, but on this list, I have 15. Number 1, you just simply ask them.
Yeah.
If they say yes, I am, you assign them 3. They get 3 points for that. All right. And if you look over here, you have 0 to 2 points, low risk. 3 to 4, moderate. 5 to 7, run like hell. They're temporary only.
Give him a fake name.
Yeah, and 8 plus, it's your funeral.
Yeah.
It's your funeral.
Yeah.
So if they say, not really, they're not really like, oh no, I'm not a feminist. But
Okay, but no, think about this now. When they come out with these polls about women that identify with feminism specifically, they call themselves feminists. It's been hovering around 6 to 8% for 15 years.
correct.
Yeah.
Right? So they all understand that there is a certain amount of, I hate this word, but toxicity that comes with that label.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they're on the low. They're practicing feminists. They just don't tell you that they are.
Yep.
They lie to you.
And that's why I have this list.
That's why it's here.
All right. But I'm just saying that there's points that go along with this. Now, the second one, you just ask them what's your opinion on marriage. There's all kinds of answers you can get on that. Like, oh, well, it should be equal between men and women, and he should do his shit. Listen,
No.
it is proven that if you're married and you do housework, you're going to get divorced. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
All right. And then I can't tell you how many times I've had to deal with guys going through a divorce, and they're like, well, she's just nothing like she was in the first few years.
Oh.
Yep.
But now I have to work, and then I have to come home and make dinner. I take care of the kids. And she doesn't do anything.
It's because she's too busy getting hog slayed.
Well, one, the way marriage used to work, it was a contract that benefited both parties.
Allegedly.
But today, with these feminists, they know all about the power of the courts and the laws. And
Would you say that it's fair that when boys and girls are coming up, that girls are made painfully aware of this, also through the fact that they're being pursued for sex as they reach age, that legal age for that, constantly, right?
Yeah.
And that boys are never, ever, ever exposed to the same set of circumstances that girls are exposed to.
No, they're absolutely not.
No, they're not.
No,
I pointed this out actually in a description of one of our videos. I said, boys are raised being told what's expected of them. Girls are raised being told what they can expect. It's a completely lopsided power dynamic.
It is.
That's right. It's completely true.
It is. But, if it's a not favorable opinion to you, it's +1. So even if she says she's not really a feminist, you're still going to give her +2 because there's so many of them out there who will say they're not feminist to your face.
But they'll still have feminist beliefs.
Yeah. So now if it's not really and then she's not favorable, that's 3. Now we've gone into the moderate risk zone.
Yeah. All right. And the next one.
Next one, tattoos.
Tattoos.
Right.
I turned my back on this one more times than I care to admit.
Now, listen,
Bro.
if she has a wizard sleeve, between her legs is a wizard sleeve of its own.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Oh, yeah.
I used to date a chick who had her entire back covered in tattoos, and I was like, well, it's something interesting to look at while I'm, doing my thing. But no.
Doing what?
Reading?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't happen to have a mirror on your ceiling, do you, honey?
I do not. After Bride of Chucky, fuck that noise.
No. And then if they have like a minor tattoo but an inappropriate place, 1 or 2, that's just a +1.
If they have one of those tattoos that comes out of their beef and cheddar in a catcher's mitt and looks like the the devil's goat head, that's
got to go.
Or the tramp stamp.
The tramp stamp.
The tramp stamp, that's about.
It's a bullseye.
It's a bullseye for
small of the back might as well be. That's a descriptor for handlebars.
There you
that's
go.
where she's
Absolutely correct.
That's where she's going to be.
All right. Yeah. And then
hair of unnatural color.
Unnatural colors.
A fucking bag of Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
Now listen, Mother Nature, when it wants to warn predators, turns prey into like all kinds of rainbow-colored colors as a signal to, hey, I'm poisonous. If you mess with me, you're gonna die.
I'm a little hungry, but no pass.
That's right.
Someone's gonna die.
I mean, come on.
I mean, we've all seen these. You can look it up. Just Google or DuckDuckGo, what have you. I stay away from Google. Before and after feminism. and then let the good times roll.
You can't tell the difference between before and after heroin.
Oh, it's arguably worse in many cases.
You can't tell the difference, man. So
unless they balloon up and become super huge fat, because you don't see a whole lot of fat heroin addicts.
Yeah, not a whole lot of coke addicts out there.
That's a +3 right there.
Yes,
she shows up with green Hulk hair. That's +3 right there.
Oh, even worse is when they dye their armpit hair. Oh my God! It looks like they got Oscar the Grouch in a headlock, and they expect you to take them seriously as a mating prospect.
Bro, if they show up with armpit hair,
yes, that's number 6 on the list. I can see it from here. Number 6, unshaven.
Number 5, defends fat positivity.
Ooh,
that's I give that +2 mainly because this person is ignoring reality. Are you going to invite somebody into your life to share your life with who ignores reality? That is a recipe for disaster. You're quite literally pulling the handbrake off the train and just waiting for it to go over the cliffs.
Yeah,
right. What else would they choose to just selectively believe that is real and unreal?
Yeah, you don't know.
If you're willing to say that 200 pounds of blubber on your frame when you're 5'3" there's nothing wrong with that. Look, that might be your condition in life, and I understand that you have to try to accept who you are as a person. That's great, but there's a lot wrong with it.
That's right. No,
there's a lot wrong with it.
And you don't get to dictate terms.
For tits, you got problems.
Yeah. And you don't get to dictate how attractive you are to other people either.
No, the market
when you are that size. No.
Yeah. Listen, being obese like that comes with an increased risk of all forms of death.
All causes of death, yeah. We did a video on it.
So, I mean, what is the positive side of this? Can anyone, it's a delusional argument based on feelings.
Yep.
Like, you'll hurt her feelings if you tell her she's heavy. Well,
the positive side for all of these people, I'm sorry to bust in on you.
No, it's cool.
The positive side for these people is that if you make everyone an uggo, then no one stands out to embarrass you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the positive for them. That is the whole nature of fat positivity, body acceptance, and you hit on it just a couple of minutes ago. It's all emotions and feelings oriented, and the fucking scary part is that it's being pushed into legal speak now, law.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's insane.
Yep,
it's insane.
But that's +2.
Yeah.
All right, number 6, unshaven.
We already kind of hit on that one a little bit.
Look, I don't care. Look, if you want to keep a nice, tidy little bush, okay,
that's
okay. I'm not really fucked up with that. But if it's got devil horns and they're red and magenta, I'm gone.
Or
I'm leaving.
Or hairy arms, armpits, legs. Look, I've been to France. I don't like those women.
No. Garlic is not a cologne, and we don't need a snatch squatch.
No, you're right. Garlic is not a cologne.
I've always been of the school of, okay, my nose can be in the parsley if the plate is clean. That's fine. But I'm not shoving my face in a hedge.
Oh, come on, Blake. You don't want to pick seafood out of your teeth.
Listen, I've actually, in the past, I have dated women that had long armpit hair, and I just could not deal with it.
I've heard of king crabs, but not the queen of crabs.
Yeah.
We lost our body hair thing about 30,000 years ago, and then we found razors, and it was a godsend.
Yes.
And nobody uses them anymore. So, kind of annoying. Well, if I've got to shave, why don't he got to shave? And okay.
No. All right. Sure. Next, if they believe in the pay gap, +2.
We just put 7 and 8 together because they're both kind of on the same.
And they believe in the patriarchy, +3. Now, this basically is they're weak-minded.
Yes.
I mean, the pay gap has been debunked more times than Santa Claus.
You got a domino effect there, man. It's like if you just come right out and say, hey, baby, do you believe in the pay gap? I mean, that's going to trip them dominoes. She's going to be at a +87 by the time you get to the next question. So just cut it off right there.
Well, I mean, if she says she's a feminist and she's all about the pay gap, she's already at a 5, which is run like hell.
Yep.
I'm trying to help you out here. I'm
just
trying to.
going
I might actually try to turn this into an app on the phone,
Well, I mean,
so guys
that'd
in
be
the bar
great.
could ask questions.
if they're weak-minded enough to believe in this stuff, they will believe anything that a consensus of people tell them.
That's right.
That's really all you need to know. And in that case, your relationship is never safe.
Well, no, I mean, because if they are weak-minded and they're not grounded in reality and they navigate with feelings, there will come a time when you step on your dick,
Ow!
and they will literally attack you for it.
Yep.
Sure.
Listen, every human being walking the planet is flawed in some way.
Absolutely.
No one's perfect. I mean, I have my flaws. I'm sure you do. So does Hammerhand. It's just the way it is.
I sure do.
But
I'm far too accepting and nice.
a flaw of being weak-minded can quite literally get you killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, you don't need that. And believing in the pay gap is +2, patriarchy +3.
And there you go. You're already in run like hell territory.
Yeah, I mean, it does not take much to get into run like hell.
Yeah. And if they're that weak-minded, all it takes is one of their friends getting divorced to tell, oh, man, don't you remember how fun it was when we were single? Next thing you know, you're getting divorced.
That's right. Or they're like, or she'll be like,
did you hear about them two broads that got divorced and now they're life buddy soulmates living together? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
It's ridiculous, man.
Well,
It's
as long
ridiculous.
as they don't marry themselves, I guess they're one notch
they
above that
will.
level of
It's
pathetic.
it's a natural thing for women that are this deep into this indoctrination, especially on the feministic side
Oh, my
in
gosh.
gynocentrism, that if they pair up with one another and they move in, the lick farm is open for business.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
You know, they're on
So,
it, bro.
They're
on it. They'll turn over that fast.
That's the next thing, man. So we have to add the lick farm to
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
Oh God.
That's too funny, man.
I gotta put that in there. Lick
The
farm.
lick farm in boxed wine and Catland.
There you go.
Oh shit. What's the next one here? Oh. My body, my choice.
+2. Okay.
Except for temporary, except for experimental pokes.
Yeah,
right?
like quite literally, they're all on board about the whole my body, my choice thing for
All of
just one subject. Everything else doesn't matter.
Yep.
I mean, that is just how ignorant they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone else's bodily autonomy, they don't care. It's only the women. But now they have to expand all that out because they don't want to be TERFs. You see where the logic just falls apart as soon as you have a man enter the scenario who says, well, I
yeah.
menstruate too. Emphasis on men. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, did you happen to catch the couple of articles that came out here a few days ago about actual uterus transplants now?
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
for the love of
Did you see
Pete.
it? No fucking joke, man. They're taking the whole uterus, ovaries, and everything. They say, no, this is now possible to do. We got to
I'm
make
sure.
these people whole again. I'm like, what? What are you going to do? Because that's not whole. That's an abomination.
Yes, it is.
That's not going to end well.
No.
No, it's not. It's going to kill them.
Yes,
They're
it
going
will.
to have to be on meds forever
Forever.
because you weren't born with it.
Nope.
You ain't that.
All right. So if they believe in my body, my choice, but only for that one subject,
Yeah, only for that one, so the
Plus two.
abortion subject. Yeah.
it's +2. If you're a kid flusher, you're getting
Yeah.
2 points.
Look, man, if you believe that that's the proper way to go because you woke up late or because he skinned the rubber or whatever it was, and you use that as an excuse for a condom or an IUD or anything as a replacement for it, to me, you don't have a soul.
Yep.
You don't have a
Yeah,
soul.
you're
There's
absolutely
no
correct.
excuse. An accident means that you had an accident that in 9 months is going to become a responsibility.
Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely
And
correct.
if you believe that you can kill my kid and I have no say in it, how in the hell, well, as a man, how can you sit with that? How
Yeah.
can you just say, well, it's not my choice? Bullshit, it's not your choice.
That's right.
Exactly.
You
And-
don't just lay with them. Just don't lay with them.
And how you can believe that it's your God-given right to murder the most innocent thing among us, and the man in the scenario has no say in the matter,
Absolutely
and,
none.
and still think there's a patriarchy, there's no help for you.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's right.
No. There isn't. And
that's
the
actually a
most
good argument.
indoctrinated of the indoctrinated. It's
go.
horrifying.
All right, next.
Number 10.
Does she need a man? But she
Or does
wants
she
one.
want
So she'll
a
say,
man?
does not need a man, but wants one.
Where?
I give that
I
a
don't
plus one.
need you. Oh, look, I just want some company. Yeah, well, I want a bag of Doritos, but I don't always
Listen.
get what I want.
There is, I like Hammerhand.
Sir,
I've been doing talking about the spinster bubble now for about a decade.
Yeah.
We are starting to see that spinster bubble prediction shake out.
yes,
There
you are.
are just an ass load of women north of 40, and they're really starting to feel the pinch.
You can see
no
it.
man in their
You can,
life.
if you pay attention to social media,
Yep.
you see it everywhere, and it's not the normal trendy thing for this group of people to pick it up and carry it. It's spontaneously coming up, and these folks are really starting to. A lot of them don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening. It happened 15 years ago, 25 years ago, and the results are here right now, and there's no way around it.
Nope.
Yep.
There's no way around it.
You run the clock. The game is over.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, there's only pickup games. Nobody bets or even keeps score.
That's it. What do you have to offer to a man besides your feelings, your plane load of luggage? What do you have to offer? Well, I can offer companion. Well, I could get a fucking dog.
That's right.
And have companionship. You know what I'm saying?
Or-
I can go rent me some companionship 45 minutes at a time. Why do I want a lifelong commitment with somebody that didn't want me when I needed her?
Yeah. You're absolutely correct.
And
No
of
way.
course, there's, I am the table.
Oh my God.
That's my personal favorite. I don't need to bring anything to the table. I am the table. Wow.
Get the hell out of here.
Ask her whenever you hear a woman say that. Ask her what is on her table.
Yeah.
Invariably, she's going to say that right there. That's
That's
what
it.
she's going to say. What's sitting between her legs? It's all she brings.
It's the Bermuda Triangle.
That's
Whole
it.
lives and careers have been sucked into that thing, never to be seen again. It's a
whole
real
squadron
phenomenon.
of planes.
Damn right.
What'd you say?
A whole
I said a
squadron
whole
of
squadron of planes.
That's right, man. Everything.
Oh, this is bad, right?
It's bad.
This
It's
is bad.
It's bad, bro.
Next one.
All right. Lefty thinker. That's
that
plus
just,
3.
And it just encompasses all that right there.
Well,
I mean, that's all of it.
I've talked to many women who are like, I'm not a feminist, but then you ask them some probing questions,
You vote for Hillary?
and they're a lefty thinker. They are a feminist. They just don't want to admit it.
Yep. Because they
Darling,
know.
when you vote, how do you vote?
How do you
Do you vote
yeah.
down ballot left, or do you vote for blue governor? How do you vote? Tell me. Tell me. I really want to know.
I
Yes,
want to know. Yeah.
that's right.
Inquiring minds want to know.
And listen, gentlemen, you need to get better at picking these feminists and kicking them out of your life.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, if you're like 25 and you're in the dating scene, you're dating between, 4 or 6 women, you got them in a rotation because
Giggity.
that's how we roll.
Yeah.
And you're not asking these questions to disqualify them, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Amen.
Because
Well-
they're really good at the camouflage. They'll tell you everything that you want to hear. They'll act all prim and proper. You put a ring on it, you put a bun in the oven, and quite literally, you just signed your own death warrant.
Boom.
Quite literally.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right.
And that's not to say that there aren't some feminist trad cucks out there. There absolutely are.
There
I mean,
are.
Tommy
We've
Lahren,
seen
that was
lot
a
of them in
great
the
one.
last couple of days.
We did a whole video responding to Tommy Lahren's bitching about men.
They're so trash. They're so. Oh, my
trash.
friend Bone Queefa, she
Yeah.
deserves a good man.
Yeah,
She's good.
Yeah, I ripped her apart.
I'm not a feminist, but men are
Everybody got her.
trash. Yeah, you sound a hell of a lot like a feminist.
You know,
then, don't you?
So
I'm
here-
not a
the next
feminist.
one-
I'm not a leftist, but I you can kill your kids. It's all good.
Totally.
Yeah. The next one, I'm going to get some pushback on this, but are they college educated?
I don't think that you should get any pushback on
I don't
that
think you
at
should
all.
get no
The
pushback on that at
reason
all.
I'm giving them, plus 2 is most, if not all the schools do a lot of feminist in-doc. All right?
I think your score should be higher for that.
Well, I put it at 2. Now, one of the main reasons I put it at 2 is when a woman graduates college, her chances of divorcing her first husband are an additional 10 to 15% higher.
Yeah.
Boom.
And 80% of divorces are filed by women. 90 to 95% that are filed by women are college educated.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's a very well-known stat.
If the
you tell
cutoff
that to
here-
the leftists, they're like, what?
Yep.
the cutoff is 8 for your funeral.
Yeah.
We've already got to 8 really quick. So,
Yep.
so like when
Hey,
they say,
it's
well,
easy to do today, man.
you just
Yeah,
got to
it is.
find the right one. There are not that many out there to look for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this passport bro movement is blowing up.
Yep. And women are freaking the hell out about it.
They're losing their fucking minds over this stuff.
Yeah, because men are taking back
it's a
their
personal
power.
affront to them.
Yeah, because they're so, like I was saying before, they're being told what they can expect. And when you take away their power, they can't handle it. They cannot handle being treated the way they treat men.
That's right.
They flip the
I don't
fuck
even
out.
think that it would be that brutal. It wouldn't even be that brutal. It's just removing options from her that she thought she was going to have.
Yeah.
She thought she had 10 orbiters. Well, when 5 or 6 of the better, more qualified orbiters decide that Southeast Asia is better than her,
Boom.
then what the fuck is she going to do?
That's right.
What is she going to do? She was willing to settle for one of them in 10 years.
Yep.
Well, you can always tell
They're
them
not gonna be there.
40 to 80 is a long goddamn time.
You're damn
I
right.
said that in one of my videos a couple of days ago.
It is. All right, next. Bad or no relationship with their father.
And ladies, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but starting an
good
OnlyFans won't bring daddy back.
No.
No.
And listen.
And if your father supports you, you don't have a father.
No. Yeah, I would say that. But the thing is, the father figure is basically the model that these ladies are supposed to use to select their husband.
Yep.
Now, if they don't have a relationship with their father at all, or it's bad, they're already starting off with a huge disadvantage. You're better off just, shaking her hand, giving a nod, and walking off the lot.
Bye-bye.
It's kind of part of the problem, though, isn't it? Is that they are selecting their husband. It's only a very recent phenomena that allows them to select their husband, and they're all piss poor at it.
And I give this a +3.
+3.
Literally, if she has a poor relationship or no relationship with her father, what do you think is going to happen to you as a man if you get hooked into this?
Well, we know what fatherless homes do to everything.
Everything.
Criminality, mental illness, suicidal thoughts, addiction. It's all there.
Yeah, it's all there. Next, dick stacking test. I give it a +3.
If it's over 10, it says, all right? Over 10?
If it gets above 10, it's +3.
Man,
it's
they're
over
sparking
5, you
10 of
still
them
get it.
off in that first year of college, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
10,
yeah.
10 is basically 60 inches tall. And the way most women are today, they're size 16, size 18. You push them off that, they'll twist their ankle, skin their knee. Too many cocks.
Too many cocks.
And listen, it's proven once they go beyond 4, it becomes very hard for these ladies to stay pair bonded to you.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets worse with each additional one. All right, that's why if you check out the video I did about the value of the poon, I literally have it half its value for each wiggle worm that goes in there, up to about 15. So, what do you want? What do you want me to tell you? I'm being serious here, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, ladies watching this show, like say your husband's at work, you got a red pill relationship, what have you. He gets home from work tonight, grab his dick, pull it out of the fly, and call it a wiggle worm and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go over quite well.
Here, wiggle worm. Like, what the fuck you doing?
You get that wiggle worm. You've been watching Pop, bitch. Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
You've been watching that alternative Orn Pay, haven't you? Does this mean I get to slap you around? No? I was just asking.
No.
And this next one was added by Blake. Over piercing and body modification +2.
Man, anything beyond earrings, like maybe 2 sets of earrings, that something's going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something's going on. If your nose is pierced, if you got bullets in your lips, right there.
Yep.
If your clitoral, your labia
That's the big
lips
one
are
right
all
there.
loaded up with them. If your titties are all jacked up with them, homies, y'all got problems. If you've got subdermal implants, goodbye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goodbye. You more's going on in your head than I want to deal with.
Yep.
Correct.
And the clit piercing and any of the labia piercing, those are the big one, because then you know that they do not care who's down there touching
Stuff.
what's supposed to be their most precious asset, what the thing that they are giving away for free to
But I
the lowest
trust you,
bidder.
Blake.
And not only
You're
that,
my
they're going to
friend.
pay a perfect stranger to go and shove a needle through it.
Yep.
Yay!
My friend, I trust him, Blake.
But you're special
trust
because she
me?
banged you on the second date.
Yeah. Oh,
But I mean,
Oh.
look how fast you could get to like 5 through 7. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't take hardly any time at all.
Yeah, I can't even
No.
imagine, dating one of these women who's got like they've got like multiple piercings down there. It would feel like somebody was jingling their keys on your junk while you're trying to go to town.
oh no!
Or,
According to them, the erogenous experience is fucking amazing. Blah, blah, blah,
No.
blah.
Now I can vouch for the let's say the practical utilization of the tongue piercing. That's really all I
Yeah.
can personally vouch for.
Yeah.
So please, gentlemen, pay attention to this. All right, this will save your life. And if you fuck it up, just remember, we warned you, bitch.
Damn right.
You've been told.
Yes. And if you think that you have some stuff that needs to go on this list, throw it in a super chat or send it to us in an email because, hey, you never know. We wind up, making this a nice longer list. We could do it again as a pop culture. Boom.
Yep.
Man, I'm going to tell you guys that that is a pretty doggone good list. I like that list.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
He
I
worked
like
hard
that
on
list.
it.
Well,
It's toxic as hell, and it really kind of makes my stomach turn just a little bit.
Especially
But,
the unshaven bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
but just, I mean, literally, 95% of the women you run into in the real world, they're going to be
They're like that.
easily, 5 to 7.
Yeah,
And then
easily.
once they go over 8, it's a wrap.
Yep.
I mean, I don't even know how you could allow yourself to get that far into it. You know what you're going to get. I mean, at that point, when you're talking about 6, 7, 8 points on this scale, I'm not even joking when I say this. You are opening yourself up to some serious issues, including SA, including, the other shit, the aggressive struggle snuggle.
Some herpaganosyphilades.
Herpaganosyphilades, serostitute shit that's coming back from her old times. All of this stuff is on the table when you're dealing with people that believe in this indoctrination and won't let it go.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely correct. But the thing is, I'm in this game I'm trying to save dudes from dying.
I know.
And quite literally, I'm good. And quite literally, they're dick thinking, and they think like going right to the poon is they win the game that way. You don't win the game that way. You entrap yourself. I mean, okay, say you're 19, you slip one by the goalie, you got a baby mama. You are not going to be out from underneath that until you're, 30,
31.
40, 34, something like that?
Yeah.
34, 36.
No. Well, if 20, then you add 18 to 21 to it.
Yeah.
So, 41 at the most.
41.
And a lot of this state right here, Kentucky in particular, if she gets into college when she's 18 and you haven't gotten to the last payment, I did a lot of looking when I was involved in this, and mom decides to slide her into college, you're on the hook for 4 more years of college.
Yeah, there's no fucking way I would pay for that.
There's no fucking way.
No.
There's no way.
Patriarchy.
So
You
quite
have
literally,
to take this shit into consideration, man.
no, quite literally, you're dick thinking at 19. You're not going to be out of the hole until you're 45.
Boom.
And then you can start saving for your retirement. Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Red Pill Rhino with a phenomenal point. How did you guys miss Single Mother?
I think that's just kind of unspoken.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't put it on there because, one, I fucked up, and two, I should probably think about
It's just kind of unspoken. I mean, in these circles, single mother cancer is
Yeah.
well known. I mean, just making videos, you have to go and
Yes.
get yourself some chemo.
Yeah, single mother is an automatic walk off the lot as far as
Oh
I'm
yeah.
concerned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. It's
I mean, we're not talking
It's like
about
half
widows.
of a shaved fucking head with 47 piercings right
listen,
here.
I am not
Yeah.
talking about a widow.
No,
here.
widows are a totally different.
That's a whole other animal.
But if you become a single mama by choice and there's a baby daddy in the picture and you're on Tinder, 9 months pregnant, a bun in the oven, me and my kid are a package deal. If you don't like it, swipe left. Sorry,
Okay.
you're done.
All right, left it is. I'll see you around.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You don't even have to tell me that. As soon as I see the fucking picture and I see the baby bump,
Exactly.
I'm
I'm going to
I don't wanna
swipe
know
the way
nothing
you
else. Bye.
vote, bitch.
Bye.
Out.
See you later.
I'm out.
We got some chats here. We'll see if anybody else is throwing in some good advice here from Smooth Criminal. I only loved one woman in my life. She betrayed me. Never again will I waste my time or health or money on someone that doesn't deserve it. I'd rather live in a cabin with paper targets for training.
That's it.
Not going to say you're wrong.
Yeah, that happened to me quite a few times. So
Yep.
I totally understand.
Alpha
it.
Dog Elite 3. OMFG. Try Arborlore. Arborlauer? Aberlauer?
I never heard of it.
Aberlauer must be a whiskey. I'm gonna look it up
Aberlauer.
here. Aberlauer? Let's see. Aberlauer. Got to be a whiskey. Let's see here. Yes. Aberlauer Single Malt Scotch.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out.
Let's fuck you or fight right now.
Demaster 12. Do you believe women can earn voting privileges? It's the same as anybody else. If you serve in the military, if you pay taxes, you actually produce and contribute something to society.
If you-
I don't have a problem with you voting.
That's right. If you're a net gain to the world, yeah.
Yeah.
You should have a say in it.
Because
if
You
most-
should have there should be a balance sheet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you turn into a net tax consumer and you're taking more than you're putting in, no,
Absolutely correct.
no, absolutely not. No.
Definitely not. Crusader Nate, if no fault divorce should be repealed. Oh, is that one of the questions that we should ask? That's an interesting one. Do you think that no fault divorce should be repealed?
Do I think?
That,
I think that
no, that'd be a
all-
good question for the hidden feminist.
Yeah.
All laws regarding gendered unions
Yep.
should be repealed immediately right now today. The incentivization for divorce is staggering.
Yep.
So no, women don't go into this with the idea that they're marrying somebody for the rest of their life. That first husband is a tryout. If she happens to walk away with the cash and prizes, better for her, right?
Well-
And then they just wind their way through the court system a couple of times and they're set for life and they leave a trail of ruin behind them.
That's right. 50% of marriages are done inside of 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
80 to
stunning.
90% of the time they're filed by the woman.
Yep.
She's going to get probably the house. The man's going to get assigned the debt, and he's going to be turned into a wage slave. He will probably never be able to dig himself out
Yep.
of.
Great patriarchy we got here. It places men above women on all things, and yet women get custody 85% of the time because they're not
It's
the primary
93.
breadwinner.
When you take out the uncontested, women get custody of the kid 93% of the time.
That's not how
It's-
statistics work, but I'll let you have it.
It's it's incentivized. All of that is incentivized. Look, when you stand before a judge that is no longer a judge, they become a magistrate in a child support hearing, in a Title 4D hearing. They
Yep.
become a magistrate. So at that point in time, they're in direct contradiction to their oath of office. So they're violated outright there. Every one of those cases becomes a publicly traded open bond. They make a shit ton of money on every one of them.
Yes, they
They make more money when they disincentivize the father's appearance for the kids.
Yep.
That's how it's all based.
Now,
So
every
you
time
could get 3.5 days, right, or 4 days, but that's not how they make money. All of this stuff goes directly into these judges' pockets and their retirement funds.
Yep. Yeah. And
and it's all taken dollar for dollar out of your Social Security.
like when
Correct.
every time I went in there, when I was doing the court battles with my former bitch of a wife, they would put me in front of the magistrate, And I literally think, like, I don't want to talk to you. Well, you have to see me. And I'm like, literally, she's like, well, I'm going to fine for the plaintiff. I mean, for the mother, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm appealing. I paid to see the judge, not talk to you.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then on the other side of things, you also have legit judges who are more like activists in black robes.
Correct.
That's how we
Well, they
got
were
Roe
put
v.
there.
Wade in the first place.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
They
There
were
was
put
no
there. Why do you think Roe v. Wade just all of a sudden was rescinded from federal control to state control? They understand that there's a big fucking problem here.
Yes.
Yep.
But you are way. If there was an expression for too late, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, there's your expression
Well,
for too late.
the Roe versus Wade case was based on a lie.
Yeah.
Like the
She
girl was
came out
never
and told
raped.
it. No, what was that? Norma McRae.
I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yeah, no, Norma
I'm
McCready
bad
or
with
something
names.
Like that, yeah.
But she came out and she said that it was a lie. She testified in front of court that it was a lie.
Yep.
They had the opportunity, they had the duty at that point in time to revisit everything that was passed based on those falsehoods, and they never did it.
Nope. Because they
They
don't
never
care.
did it.
No, they
They
didn't.
don't care.
It's only once where our birth rates fall below replacement and suddenly
We're
there
there.
aren't as many men paying child support. Now we have to start, relegating this
That's
back to
right.
the
Now,
state.
what is our actual replacement rate as of this year?
I don't even know, man. We'll have to look it
It's 0.98.
up. Oof.
Okay.
Every Western country is below or
One.
at 1.01, and we're at 0.98.
Okay.
And that's
what-
why you have 11 million border jumpers coming into the country.
Yeah.
Well, because they want to have their cheap shit, and what better way to get it than to offer a
Yeah.
road to citizenship that leads nowhere?
Yep.
That's right. Korea, South Korea, and Japan are changed forever.
Yep.
They are so far below replacement rate. If they stopped everything right now, they wouldn't be where they need to be in 50 years.
Hmm.
Wow.
They fucked up.
They fucked up bad.
Yep.
Fan I am. My question for women or men is, what do you think about happy wife, happy life?
Oh.
Second is, do you believe men should do what's right, but women should do what's right for them? Never got past the first one.
Yeah.
Those are both good ones.
Yeah.
Define right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
Most
very
people-
subjective things there.
And it's very obvious when you talk to most Western women for any length of time that most of them have no idea what they want. So they have no clue how to act in anyone's best interest, not even their own.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. That's 100% spot on.
Mr. Miggy, 40 to 80 is a long effing time. All caps, so I had to read it
It
that
is.
way.
It is.
That line
It's a
is
long
epic
time.
and iconic. Thank you for the gift.
I've been saying that since we started this.
You're not wrong. Fan I am. Happy wife, happy life question should be number one on the list because everything else afterward comes under that. I mean, as far as these lists are going to be different for every dude. They're going to have things ranked in different levels of importance. This is just our outline.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here? This jumped around on me a second here. Shark Dentures equal partnership was pushed / accepted in the 80s, except it's not actually equal.
No, it's not. I mean, literally, they're holding men to a standard from the 1800s, early 1900s, and women have a standard that was created in the 21st century.
We're screwed.
Well, they're trying to. It's not working.
It's literally like
not working.
Like they have a modern army. They're fighting a civil war army, which are the laws that we have to operate under. That's why we get defeated left and right.
Yep. Damn. Fan I am says, I am the table. Then get on all fours, bitch. I'm going to eat some bacon and eggs off of that ass. Reaper01, Pop and/or Blake, can one of you email me this and the 1 to 10 dick dilemma list so I can make a chart of it that I can keep with me? Sure, bro.
That's
no
great.
problem.
You ought to make little pamphlets or cards or something, like
could
little business cards
We
with a
could
list
write a
on the
book
back of it.
about it.
That'd
and
be
put all of-
hilarious.
Yeah, we could I could do that if I have enough time. I could put together a book with all the diagrams and philosophies and shit.
We should just print out this list of questions and then just go to a speed dating thing, just hand it out to dudes on the way in.
Oh yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, all 3 dudes that would show up to the speed dating singles mixer.
Yeah, like
That'd be
when I
fantastic.
was doing the speed dating thing and I think I did 3 of them, like 2008, 2009-ish.
Yeah.
And, there was like almost no one showing up to those. No
That's
men.
what happens.
There's a lot of women,
Well,
but men are like, fuck
What's
this.
what the fuck is a speed date? I mean, you get to the courtroom faster.
Yeah.
You get handcuffs faster. No thanks. I'm good.
You just play
I'm good.
marriage monopoly. Go to divorce court. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Give half to the. Fuck.
She lied on you, so go to jail too.
What happens if I land on free parking? Do I get a BJ in the front seat?
Nope.
Just asking for.
Dude, I only
Hey, come
knew
back
her for
here.
60 seconds, man. Why am I going to jail?
Trying
Because
to
that's
suck
the
any
law.
dick on the way through the parking lot.
Oh, my Lord.
That's the way it goes, man.
Terry M. Any woman with a high body count is doomed to live with cats. That's about it.
Well,
too.
when I get done educating all of the men out there and a majority of them listen, it's over.
Oh.
Because I'm just using logic and reason here.
That's all it is.
There's no hate or
don't think-
dislike in this.
I don't think that you need even 51% of men to hear it. I think if you got 15% of men hearing it, that'll be the 15% of men that are producers.
Yep.
And that's devastating to this culture and to the economy. And we're well on the way there.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
All
are.
you need is that top 20%. The rest of them, they're already being ignored by women.
Exactamundo. They
Wow.
don't even
Yeah.
fucking count.
Yep.
So
You get to the producers, everything else changes.
it's done. It's over.
Yeah. You don't
It's
have
over.
to change the world. You just have to change the right part of it.
I mean, shit, it was just, what, three or 4 years ago that Sheryl Sandberg was on GMA with
Yep.
Gayle King talking about 67% of upper management doesn't want to be alone with any female for any reason.
Gee, I wonder
You
why.
think that number's gone down?
No.
No.
And actually,
No.
we're working on the Working Man Survival Guide. We're doing a recon on a location tomorrow, and we're going to cover that in there.
Hey, my man.
Tom Stutz, if she doesn't want a prenup.
Ooh.
Boom.
Or if she shames you, right?
Yes, if she
What, you don't
shames you,
trust me?
calls you
No, bitch.
materialistic. That's specifically what he said. If she calls you materialistic for a prenup, +2.
Yeah,
Yep. If the shaming language comes out at all, over.
that's it.
Chad Glamazina. And to think these dating roaches try to tell you there's no excuse for not trying to talk to and get the girls.
Come on, man. Anthony Dream Johnson at 21 Studios tells you all day, bro, just put on some bicep. Look, I met my girl, knocked her up, and then we're getting married.
Yeah, I really haven't been keeping up to speed on what's going on at 21 Studios. I mean,
Good for you.
I mean, literal, like, first of all, I mean,
If you look in this glass, you'll see the fucks I get.
I am in this game to save lives. All right?
Yes, sir.
And I want to speak wherever I'm invited. I got invited by Donovan. I went to speak, and then, this guy at the 21, he was attacking me, like, pretty savagely. I didn't say anything back. I didn't, make it public
don't
or
engage
anything
in
like that.
public,
Because I'm in here to save lives. I'm not doing beef. I'm not doing that.
No.
I just done.
As far as the snake eating its own tail shit, leave it to the left. They do it well enough. Let's stick to the logic and the facts and the reason.
Yep.
Demaster12 sent an email to Redonkulous about how women who slander your meat gun size price how they are actually the shallow, licentious ones. Oh, we already knew that.
Yeah.
Demaster12, trying to find him here.
I don't see it.
Is it in? As I'm not seeing it here. Let me do a quick reload. I'm not seeing it. Oh, nope, that's not it either. Make sure that you send any emails with your screen name in there just to be sure.
And we got
I
an
will keep
email.
an eye out for it. We're going to be reading all these emails once we go over to new text.
We got an email from 451.
451. Nice. Let's
Yeah.
check them out.
And if you guys don't know what that is, I assign everyone who comes forward and credits me for keeping them from killing themselves. I assign them a number.
Damn right. We're at 503.
Priority reading.
Yes. Bart Fine, bitter old man. If she was born in Angeles City, Philippines, run! Or you can make her run away from you. That way you can get a look at dad ass. Magician Sapphire, is Recon the Mother on the list?
We did a whole
Maybe ought
video
to be.
recon. the
Yeah.
mother, but
Well, this isn't. This is just her.
yeah,
would
this
say.
is just her.
I mean, if you're reconning the mother, you're already dating her. So
Yeah.
she would have already gotten past this portion. E. Brock, apologies for not knowing this, but what is Pops Preppers?
I put out a newsletter every 2 to 3 months, and basically I talk about upcoming trends, stuff that needs to be that you should probably pay attention to. Setting up a group of individuals, because if shit goes south, the more people you have, the safer you are. There's safety in numbers.
Boom.
Stuff like that.
Yep. Alpha Dog Elite 3, Aberlour's a Scotch. Try it and thank me later. Oh, we will. Terry M, I'm subbed to all three of you on YouTube, lol. Yep. And
you, sir.
Costa Lamb, if she's a public school teacher.
Oh man, the school teacher thing, the medical field shit, like nurses, RNs, LPNs, stay away from them.
Yep.
My ex was a RN.
Stay away from them, bro.
Not wrong.
Stay away from them. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Registered nasty.
like if I knew then what I know now, I would have changed everything.
I think all of us would have made a lot of different choices if we knew that.
But the downside, there'd be 503 dead men.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Look, man, we're all sitting here for reasons, and I think we've all kind of come to terms with the fact that we are sitting here and we've had life and choices, shit that we had to deal with that we probably wouldn't have wanted to.
Yeah.
But the massive upside of that is that the exposure that we're bringing out here is tremendous. You have 500 plus on your board. I've got at least that in mine. And Chronic has dozens and dozens and dozens to his credit. Sandman has hundreds to his credit. And this shit adds up.
Yeah.
Good.
So this adds up.
Outstanding.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But with that being said, we are going to take a little break and head on over to New Tech to read the rest of the chats here. Terry M chiming in one last YouTube chat says, my ex was Hitler. Lol. So you like the little tiny mustache down there, huh?
Right?
He got the tchotchke Chaplin going on. All right. Well, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to follow us over, look for those links in the chat, or you can go to the link tree, click on that in the Meat Gazer box. You'll get a list of every location where we broadcast. We're on Rumble, Odyssey, MGTOW.tv, DLive, and Twitch all at the same time right now. We're just going to take a little break, empty our squirrel bladders, and then we're going to come back and give you the real juicy stuff in about 5 minutes.
All right.
Oh, man.